Hello, my name is Tahila. I am a failed rapper, and this is the Learn to Let Go podcast. Usually with Kathy Nguyen, but today she's not here. She couldn't be here. She's doing something. So I thought I'd bring my friend, my partner, this strange man. He's a stranger. I've just met him, but he's also my friend. I feel like we have connected spirits. I feel like we're connected.
I feel
This
that
is my
too.
friend, Zach.
How you do?
Zach
How you
Caldicott.
doing,
I'm
everybody?
doing great.
I, that's a hell of an intro. Wow, that's great. I'm happy to be here. Thank you guys very much.
Dang. And he has his own podcast. He's from Strangers Media. Strangers Media.
Yeah. So
So how did you come up with that?
yeah. No, I'll talk about it a little bit. So I have a website called strangersnomoremedia.com. I have my own podcast called Strangers No More. I thought it was kind of boring to just have a podcast or to have a website with one podcast on it. So I was like, let me expand it. I have podcasts on there. I have some writing on there. I'm working on that. I have some art, like kind of galleries, like art collections on there. And then I have musicians that I've been supporting. So check it out, strangersnomoremedia.com, and my podcast and a lot of other people's podcasts and work is on there as well. So definitely check it out.
Awesome. So like with all like these weirdos you meet in the internet, do you have any like experiences that like stand out for you?
For the website or anything else?
Just like because I imagine you're always contacting strangers and you never
Yeah,
know
it's
the reaction you'll get.
so how it all started is a friend of mine suggested to use Reddit. I've never used it.
Yeah.
I just never used it. Never really thought anything about it. So I put on a post that I'm looking for. I explained the concept of my show. Basically, I look for strangers. I don't know anything about them, and we just sometimes we speak, and then 5 minutes, 5 minutes before the interview, very general, and then we get into it. I learn about them on the show. It's basically like a blind date, a non-romantic blind date. So yeah. So when I first posted about it, I got like 20 people to respond in
Mhm.
like 2 days. So I set up a bunch of interviews, and it's been great. I've been really lucky. So what motivated me to do the website is that Reddit was super supportive when I started my podcast. Like I did not
Mhm.
anticipate having. I've recorded probably around 35 episodes with people so far from all over the world.
Oh my
And what
God.
I'm doing with the website is the same thing, but I've expanded it into different creative mediums. So there's a lot of people that I've met from over the country, outside of the US, and it's been great. I mean, I talk to more strangers than I talk to my friends and family, so it's nice.
Hey, you know what? From the outside, from the outside, I would have been like, you know what? Maybe he's just doing this to pick up people. Maybe that's what he's doing. He's trying to start like a little ring, trying to kidnap people.
You know what?
But yeah,
I think I was like sometimes if I reach out to people, I'm afraid people will think I'm a bot or like I'm a fake account. So I try to use
yeah,
like the word like dope or cool or just anything like that to kind of
like
maybe
regular
feel yeah, it's
colloquialisms,
like
right?
oh okay, like this person's real. Because I've read back what I've written to people and I thought, wow, maybe it came off that I'm just a fake person. So
Like,
the easiest way is like if anybody's interested who does podcasts, writing, articles, short stories, poetry, who's a musician of any genre, and who's an artist or photographer. There is a submission form on my website. If you are interested, you can complete that form and I will review it. I'm always
I
looking for new
love that.
people.
I love that so much. I love that you have the heart because I think most people don't have a platform. Right? I'm guessing most people don't have a big platform.
I
So
cannot.
the fact, Mhm.
Oh, I was going to say that the amount of talented people I've met so far is unbelievable. So many great musicians. I haven't been able to find a lot of writers, but fortunately, I've been able to begin an interview series where I'm interviewing musicians. So I've been doing that myself. I posted the first one last Saturday, so they'll be every Saturday morning that they'll be posted, and it's really been awesome. It's fun. I have a day job. I'm actually in the process of moving to Texas. I'll be moving in pretty much exactly a month. So
Why-
that's been kind of crazy. The website, so it's fun. I mean, it's more fun than anything else, and I got to meet you, and now I'm here. and now
Is there any? Yeah,
we're no longer strangers.
no longer strangers. I
Exactly.
feel like this
That's
is the start of a
that's my mission.
beautiful
Exactly.
relationship.
That's the mission. Exactly.
Oh, so you're really just here, just trying to look for friends.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I
Oh my
I've made
gosh.
friends. I mean, I talk to people from outside the country, inside the country. Yeah, I if anybody wants to be my friend, submit your work on my website. And I'm a really nice guy. I like to talk about music and all
I
that.
can confirm that he's a really nice
I'm a
man. I
really
can
nice
confirm that.
guy. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm always looking for friends. I currently live in North Carolina, and with the limitations on everything, like everywhere else in the world, it's a little lonely sometimes. But I like to hear people's, you know,
Voices.
yeah, I like to hear people's voices.
Yeah,
It's
I
fun.
never knew how much I'd miss that. I never
I
knew how
know.
much I'd actually miss this. Wait, so is there any particular reason you moved to Texas, though?
Yeah, for sure. So I've been in North Carolina for since June of 2019. So
Oh, it's been a while.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I always thought to myself, let me give it 2 years. So I obviously can't wait till 2 years because there's some work that needs to be done. Finding a job, finding a place. I got to move all my furniture. So I started applying for jobs at the top of January, and I wound up finding stuff pretty quickly, which I didn't think would happen. So I got really lucky with that. So I got a job offer like Monday or Tuesday, and I have a job lined up. So I'll be starting first week of March, early second week of March. So I'm just trying to wait for final approval for an apartment. I have a moving company set up. I mean, it's been kind of crazy, but it's fun. But the reason I want to move to Austin is I like where I am, but Austin's kind of where it's at. I mean, um,
Yeah.
Austin's a liberal city, which is cool. I do like that flair of Southern culture. The weather is great. There's so much to do. And another outside reason is that I think I'm really trying to build a team of people, especially on the marketing side, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kind of winging it and learning a little bit as I go while taking advice from other people. But yeah, I'm hoping there's a lot of creative people in Austin, so I'm hoping to connect with people to advance this small operation. But yeah, there's a lot going on right now. We met at a really interesting time in my life.
I feel like it was a sign, like I feel like the people you meet at pivotal moments are like important for that next move or that next step up into your life.
Exactly,
Um,
exactly. Like, yeah, it's been really interesting. This year so far, has been good. So, like I said, I'm fortunate to be able to meet people and do this. It's really just a hobby that I put some money into, but I don't think I've ever had a hobby. I like to watch sports for a while, not as much anymore, and now I like to meet people online who are talented. So that's fun.
hey, that's a career. Media. I feel like online media has created a new way of connecting to fans. Because
Right.
I feel like the thing about old school media is that I don't think people believe it's genuine anymore. Like I don't think anyone genuinely wants to go to CNN to see what some like guy in a suit thinks. They
Right.
want to hear what the regular Joe like them think. You know.
Right.
I think that's
Yeah.
mhm,
I think there's a
that
lot of different media outlets that people consume what they want. I mean, CNN is on social media, so if you don't want to watch them speak, you can just read an article or see a short clip. Because a lot of these news outlets, like no matter which side you're leaning, no matter what it is, they kind of wind up talking about the same things. So they do. I mean, it could be really repetitive. So I have a really short attention span. Other people can maintain focus a lot longer than me. So that's just for me personally.
you know, like when you go in depth, you actually find out that all these like media companies are all owned by the same person.
Oh yeah.
So like you wonder if they just conspire that you guys on this side, I want you to be for you guys on this side for the fun of it. It helps ratings on both sides. What if we find out like all these people like Tucker Carlson and and Don Lemon are best friends. They go golfing together behind the
I think
scenes.
that there may be not collusion because that's like plotting negatively. Like there may be some behind the scenes stuff like that. I don't have any evidence of it, but it doesn't sound too crazy to me.
Yeah, because like a lot of it just seems like on stage. It just feels like on stage banter. Like, okay, we go out there, we're enemies. Behind here, we're colleagues, and we understand we're doing a job.
Oh yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
But speaking of media, there is a divisive person in the media.
Ooh.
A person everyone seems to either really love or really hate. I've never met a moderate person who feels moderately about this person. Who's like, you know what? They ain't so bad. And this is the legend, producer, fashion designer, for some reason, ranch owner in Jackson. Jackson. For some reason, I don't know why. And in his own words, a futurist. Kanye Omari West.
Oh, do I got a
That's
lot to? Do I have a lot to say about Kanye?
that is his middle name, right? I'm guessing.
I will double check, but I actually think you're right. Um, yeah, it's exactly right. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm the biggest, or maybe I was the biggest Kanye West fan. But we'll go more into that. How do you feel about Mr. West himself?
Sure. So I've been a Kanye fan for you know, God, over a decade. Um,
Hmm.
I was really into like the hits, and then I started getting into him more seriously when My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy came out, and then I revisited the old albums and found more songs that I like. But I love him. He's probably him and the Beatles are my two favorite music group and artist. I've seen him 4 times, 3 times on the Yeezus tour, and 1 time on the Life of Pablo tour. Um, I really do think he's a genius. I think he's really pushed hip hop forward. I mean, and anybody who denies him or who doesn't like him or likes him, it's hard to deny that. It really is a fact. I mean, so many artists have been influenced by him. He's paved the way for a lot of new artists today. I love a rapper that produces. I love that. I think that's amazing to me.
Rapper, producer.
Yeah, his production on other people's work, the production on his own work, the team of producers and artists that he's put together. Like, I think Kanye's done a really good job of like, okay, do you know Yeezus?
Yeah, I know the Yeezus album.
Okay, so like a song like "Hold My Liquor," like how he utilized Chief Keef, and on the song "Send It Up," how he utilized King L or King Louis. Like, I don't know, just the way he curates people and he organizes collaborations. Like, it's people you just wouldn't think would mix together, but he finds a way to make it really great. Um, so as a musician, I absolutely love him. The only thing I don't really like his fashion. I don't think his clothing line's nice. I just don't think it's nice. And a lot of it's
You know,
because it is just so overpriced. I was never into it. His tour merch is nice. Like, I bought a Yeezus tour shirt. It was too small for me, so I gave it away. But his tour merch was always nice. I have a Life of Pablo hat, so that was always nice. But overall, no, I was never into it. But the one thing that I thought was so cool is, do you remember? It's like 5 years ago now. Wow, where he did the album listening party fashion show at Madison Square Garden.
yes, I remember that one.
That was a moment. That was a moment in not only hip hop but music. I watched that live. I was in college. I was blown away. It, I don't know. That's all him. It's like, listen, the
Mm.
clothes weren't that nice, but the fact that there's like maybe
Yeah.
50 to 100 models. They don't move a muscle. They're listening to the music. There's one really cool moment that they captured. Did you watch that, by the way?
I watched it. I don't really remember it in this detail.
I remember it really. Okay, so there's a moment that right after Kanye's done playing the album, he's like, it's like a minute of silence. He's like, hold up. He's like, hold up, hold up. Young Thug wants to play a song. You know the song "With Them" by, I don't know how much you like Young Thug, but there's a song by Young Thug called "With Them." That's just a really awesome song, and it was the first time anybody heard it. So we put that on, and there's a
Hmm.
model who's like, it's kind of over at this point, but they capture a model's face, and he's like bopping his head up and down. He almost looks like he's crying, and I just like, I don't know. I just thought that was so freaking cool. So if you go to YouTube and you look up Kanye West Young Thug fashion show, like it's just a moment. I don't know. It's, I mean, I do know it. It's like I know how I feel about it internally. Sometimes it's hard for me to put in the words, but I think about that show a lot. That's one of my favorite things. But more
I
into,
think.
yeah. Oh, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, I think what Kanye is very good at, which I don't think gets enough credit for, is Kanye West is very good at visual aesthetics during live
Oh,
performances.
absolutely.
I
Um,
believe that like the visual experience that you get from a Kanye West show, even just on YouTube, you can feel like him charging $300 is warranted for the ticket. It's
yeah.
warranted.
I mean, I did not pay that much when I saw him. But it was great. It was really visually pleasing. Everything was organized and curated like almost to perfection. He's a
Mm,
rock star. He's a freaking rock star. But
most
yeah, the
definitely.
fashion, no good. Not into it at all.
Not
You
into it.
can't charge six
That
hundred dollars for a sweater with a hole in it. It's just not going to work for me.
hey, it's poor people are tour. You guess you,
It's
you
for
just
what?
tell me it's poor people are tour.
I guess,
It's
yeah. I don't even know.
it's
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds fancy.
exactly that's Kanye West. Kanye West. The thing about him in fashion, I've noticed, he jumps on like the highest terms or the highest theming or like what's considered high art at that time, and he'll just use that to kind of like force his way in the industry. And he'll be like, no, it's minimalist. No, it's blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
It really represents blah, blah, blah. And like the way he'll explain it, it would be like, whoa, I didn't know clothes could be that deep, bro. But
Yeah.
maybe I'm just not into like fashion like
No,
that. But
see, but like what makes something like, okay, like Gucci and Prada and Louis and all that, a lot of it is just like not appealing to me. It's just like it's just so flashy and expensive that people automatically think it's nice. Like what makes them nice? Like, you know what I mean? Why is it so, why is it regarded as highly as it is? Like what constitutes fashion? Fashion is up to like fashionable to me is like a white t-shirt. I like it. I bought these short shorts recently, these short sweatshorts, and I love them.
yeah.
I wear it every day. A white t-shirt and short sweatshorts is like my fashion. Fashion is unique to everyone. That's just me.
Hmm. Um, I do have a reason why that high art stuff or what they call them? They call them high brands. What's the term for them? Um, whatever expensive brands. I feel like they're expensive because um they have very high demand and very little supply. I feel like if there was more of that stuff, people wouldn't pay that much for them. I don't think people like the clothes per se, right? I think they just want it because they know they gain value. It's like
Exactly.
dropshipping. It's like dropshipping on PlayStation.
Like
I don't think,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. You hit it on the head. Exactly. People want it because other people want it, and it's expensive and it's elusive and hard to acquire. Like
Mm.
that's just what it is. You're 100% right.
Yeah, I personally just don't think. I think his shoes are dope. I think some of his shoes are dope. Some of his shoes are pretty dope. But when it comes to that fashion stuff, yeah, um, I think the only reason to have it is so that other people notice you have it, and
Exactly.
I think that leads into one of most people's issues with Kanye West is that he seems to be too much into his own vanity, according to some people. Do you
Yeah.
feel that?
I mean, it's not wrong. I mean, listen, he's really self involved. So here's the thing about Kanye that is intriguing to me. Kanye is bipolar. I am also bipolar. So there are times in my life where I've had periods of destruction and ranting and not caring or
Mm-hmm.
acknowledging what anybody else has to say. So I don't seeing it from the other side can really be a scary thing because when you're in those states, you're not thinking about it. You don't care what anybody has to say. You just don't care. And it's really difficult to comprehend what's going on when it's going on. So being on the other side, so I understand the struggle, and I don't think a lot of people acknowledge how hard it is to live with that. Because I live with it, and I know how hard it is. But if you don't have it, it's hard to see,
It's hard to relate.
and it's nobody's fault.
Mm. I think for me, I feel like that's why people, do not understand Kanye West because they haven't taken the time to actually look at what he's accomplished and his situation, how he is emotionally. Because Kanye West comes from a world where everybody told him no and he can't do something.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine for him, he feels like he has to overstunt to show people, no, I can actually do this.
Exactly.
You can't do fashion, Kanye. Don't tell me what I can't do. And I just imagine those are all his conversations. And I can imagine, like, to regular people who grow up in situations where people encourage them, like, they don't feel the need to prove themselves.
5 beats a day for 3 summers.
Yeah,
It works.
and I can't imagine how he is emotionally after everything he's accomplished and people still look at him a certain way. I imagine that brings discomfort to him because to him it's like I've accomplished all these things and people still see me like I'm just crazy. I don't think it's fair to just call Kanye a crazy person. I think that for what he's done, he's done a lot. He's
Right.
done a lot. Yeah.
And I think people overlook what he's done.
Yeah.
And yeah, you make a good point. He was doubted. People thought it was crazy that he wanted to be a rapper. People thought it was crazy that he was wearing the polos. No, they didn't. And then he caught the attention of some really talented people, which put him into the mainstream. And he's great. He's proven himself. Song
He
after
keeps
song,
trying
album
to.
after album. He's great.
I don't know about that album after
Okay, not
album
now. Well,
thing.
I didn't really like uh, what was it called? Jesus is King very much.
No one likes Jesus is King very much, but
Kanye liked
I
it.
know. Uh, I imagine. I'm sure you heard the story of when he was working on Pusha T's album
Daytona.
that he was, yeah, that he was asleep for most of it. I feel like for this album, he was really asleep for most of it. I don't think. I think for him, this album was more about telling people I'm a Christian now than actually working on good music. Because usually Kanye West music, even if people don't like it, like Jesus, right?
Yeah.
There'll be at least three songs that at least stay relevant for 3 years. With the Jesus is King album, it's like that album came and left. In my world, I don't know. Maybe people play some songs. I've heard people like the song Water. But me, mm-mm. After I heard it once, I was kind of disappointed with what I got,
Me too.
especially after experiencing that Chance the Rapper album.
Oh,
I was hoping that the
I
Kanye West album would be good.
can I talk about Chance the Rapper for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So when he came out with Acid Rap, everybody like fell in love with him. He's talented. I never got into him. You know why? His voice
Why?
is rough. I don't like his voice. Like I
Mm,
get the appeal. It's like unique. It's quirky. Whatever. Like he's a good lyricist for sure. It just
mm.
doesn't appeal to me. Like oh yeah. Oh my god. I don't have. I think I have like one or two Chance the Rapper songs saved. But that's it. I didn't listen to the last album, but the Big Day, but I heard it like
Don't,
really was not good.
don't.
I heard it was not
It's not
good.
worth. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Don't.
Who's your
It's not worth it.
what's one of your favorite albums?
By him
No, by
or
anybody.
like in general? I think Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon.
That's
It's
that's
definitely
such a
one of.
common. What did you think of Man on the Moon 3?
That was I didn't. I didn't. I don't want to see. Kid Cudi is one of those artists you don't want to say mean things about. Kid Cudi is like it's like Lil Wayne. Like even if it drops something soundbar, you don't really want to talk about it because he seems like such a nice guy from the outside.
Right, but
So
right, but
ah,
if you don't like something, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like he's come out
yeah,
with so many albums over the years. Like I mean, I didn't
yeah.
like the Rock album. I didn't like the Wizard album. Uh,
So albums. So.
right, yeah,
Um,
you're just being nice. You're
um.
just being
Okay.
nice.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. This Band the Moon 3. I thought it was interesting. I'm happy it's back. This is not an album I will go back to a lot. It's not really what I was looking for
Right.
from Kid Cudi, and that's fine.
It is what it is.
Maybe I'm stuck in the past. Maybe this is the future, and I just don't get it. I think it was like a little. It felt Travis Scotty, but that's just me.
Oh, I love
I,
Travis Scott.
Yeah, but Travis Scott is good when Travis Scott does it. When Travis,
Well, okay,
and
yeah,
yeah,
I understand that. It's like I loved the song "Heaven on Earth" by Kid Cudi. That could have
yeah,
easily been a Travis Scott song. There was definitely some
yeah.
Travis influence in there, but yeah. So I thought there were some good songs on Man on the Moon 3 for
I
sure.
mean, yeah, they're pretty good songs. I think the song with Skepta and
Pop
Pop
Smoke
Smoke.
was
Yeah, I
cool.
listened.
Chill out, back
Yeah,
out, roll out.
I listened to a lot of those songs actually. It's just that I feel like I like songs from it. I don't like it as a whole. I don't think it's as
I'm the
cohesive
same.
as
Yeah, I'm the same way.
yeah,
I don't think albums should be more than like 12 or 15 songs. You
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
like
I think
condense it a little bit.
streaming has ruined albums because like before, when people put 20 songs on the album, they liked all 20 songs.
No,
Today,
that's
when people put
impossible. There's no way. I didn't. I never
back,
did.
I'm saying back in the day, like when an artist puts 20 songs, they genuinely like those 20 songs. Today, when they put 20 songs, they're trying to increase streaming numbers. Back in the day, what happens is that the way labels worked back then is that labels will only pay for your songs after track 12. After track 12, it comes out of your own pay. So when you see those albums from 2003, 2001, artists actually paid from their own pocket for you to have 20 songs.
Oh,
So
really?
you know that they really wanted it to be 20 songs. Like it was like a genuine thing. They wanted 20 songs. But with these newer albums, they just put it in 20 they put in 20 songs for the sake of increasing streaming numbers. It's like a strategy to increase sales.
Yeah.
I think that's my issue with it is that I feel like if you're going to put 20 songs in an album, you better have a very good reason for it.
They better be
It's my
great
problem.
songs.
It's my problem with Cash Money albums. Everyone from Cash Money puts out like 20 songs, and you only like two. What's the point of putting out 20 songs? People only like two, and somehow you're a GOAT artist. I don't know how that works, but that's bad math to me. I'm a mathematician. That's bad math to me.
Right.
It doesn't work.
No, it's and think of yeah, I agree. A lot of deluxe albums are coming out now. 30
Bro.
30 songs on an album is just a lot. Like, because a lot of the newer rappers, they just record and record and record. Their work ethic is great. So, probably someone like Young Thug and Lil Uzi Vert probably have like hundreds and hundreds of songs that are just, in the
Waiting.
vault. Yeah, in the vault. And a lot of them will probably never see the light of day. I'm sure there's
Yeah,
amazing
but
songs that we're never going to hear.
yeah, and you know what? I think that's fine, but I don't think that like if you're like a newer artist, please, not even Jay Z puts like 20 songs now.
No.
He does like 12 and he leaves.
12 is a great
Please
number. 12 is such a good number.
don't overstay your welcome.
No, just
Like
just make a 12 song album. If you really want to put those other songs out, make an album in like 6 months to a year. Just do it.
in fact, me and my best friend, remember favorite period of music is the 2018 summer because Kanye came up with the genius idea
What summer?
of doing 2018 summer.
Oh, okay.
Because
What
Kanye came
songs?
up with the genius idea of 7-track albums. It made listening easier. It made judging whether you like the album easier. I liked it. I liked I liked the 7-track thing. It worked for me
No,
that
seven
summer
was
because
good. I mean, I maybe liked four songs out of Yay. I liked All Mine. I liked Yikes. Thought About Killing You was amazing, and I liked Violent Crimes. I didn't really like anything else.
oh my
Um,
gosh, I Like Caroms was a beautiful song. It's
right?
one of
Have you ever listened to
it's,
the slowed version of it? It's amazing.
nah, I haven't yet.
So good.
But
So good.
I think 070 Shake is one of those artists that Kanye hasn't paid attention to.
Is
I
she
think she
affiliated
deserves
with
it.
good music?
Yeah, yeah, that's why she's all over that Ye album. She's an artist of good.
President Pusha T.
Yeah, but we all know that like President is Pusha, but like we all know that they need Kanye support to be big in the industry. It's like if all of your artists, which they don't, they need Drake's support. They don't need the real CEO support. They need Drake's support to actually make it in the industry. So
Yeah.
like also with No Shake, like she's talented, but she doesn't have enough Kanye support because I think Pusha T is a great artist. He's one of my favorite rappers of all time, but he's not as big a name as Kanye. He can't break the doors.
No, you know why? Because and this is not diminishing him because I love Pusha T too. Like Kanye's more versatile. You know what I mean? Pusha T's not he's
Uh,
not singing. Like Pusha T's not gonna make an 808s and Heartbreak. Like Pusha T is just gritty raps over great production, and it's gonna be good
yeah,
most of the time because that's what he's great at.
that, that's who he is.
That's who he is.
Yeah,
That's Push. King Push. I love Pusha. I think he's really good. Like he's good. I like Pusha.
I I don't think there's any like Pusha T album I hate after he joined Good.
Yeah, my name is my name. What's the other one? Is it called King
King
Push?
Push the prelude or something like
Yeah,
that.
and then there was
Daytona.
Daytona. Yeah, 7 songs.
Yeah, I love every Push project. I listen to Pusha T when I'm studying or doing something
Damn.
or I'm doing research because I don't know. There's just something inspiring about a guy, hustling in the street to me.
Right,
This
I
is it
know. Yeah,
just feels like it feels like what I should get off my butt today and do this. If Pusha T was out there slinging weight, I can't be sleeping.
no, you know what? Like as a kid from the
Yeah.
suburbs who didn't get himself involved in any of that, I don't relate to any of it. But he's
Mm.
great. I like hearing him talk about what he talks about. It's his life experiences. It's pretty cool. But
He talk, yeah.
yeah, I was just gonna go back to Kanye for a second.
Mhm.
He he's influenced so many people, and he's like I said, he's pushed forward so many careers of other people. But I feel like you know, given what's happened in the last almost 3 years, I feel like a lot of people have just backed off of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't know. Some of it, I can see
I'm
why.
just saying, like,
I
it's
can
what
see
happened.
why.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know he's been controversial to say the least.
I don't think he deserves it, but like I can see why people would feel away. Even with I don't even subscribe to the belief of old Kanye, new Kanye. I don't think Kanye has changed in the past 20 years. I think he's been the same.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
always been the same.
he's been very consistent. Even when he went on his high road, when he went on his super "Make America Great Again"
Oh,
thing, I was like, you know what? I know why he's doing this. He's trying to be artsy. He's trying to show black people that, we don't have to support the Democrats anymore. I see what he's trying. Maybe that's me. I think I'm an empathetic person. I see what he's trying to say.
I think just like given what's going on and like just I don't want to put this just what was going on in the world at the time. I think it was just like it was almost better to just not speak about it or not to show support to the person causing a lot of problems and being around controversy. It almost seems like Kanye loves controversy. He loves it. He loves to be in the spotlight. He loves attention of any kind, and like it only hypes him up more. Like
I think, yeah.